Hello student. Today we will see the numerical for to find out the value of bending stresses for unsymmetrical section. Okay. Now in the numerical it is given that there is one cantilever beam and on this cantilever beam a UDL is acting. The UDL it is of 20 kilonewton per meter and this is basically a T beam and you need to find out the value of sigma c and sigma t, that is the compressive and tensile stresses. So given that is n is equals to 2.5 meter, so you can change it to 2.5 into 10 raised to power 3 mm. Okay, so load it is of 20 kilonewton meter, so it is 20 into 10 raised to power 3. It is for newton, and for mm again 10 raised to power 3. So it is 20 newton per mm. This is the load. Now we know that to find out the bending stresses we need to use the bending equation, and the bending equation is sigma by y is equals to m by I is equals to E by R. But in this case we don't have a radius of curvature and the value of E, so we will skip this. We will use this particular ratio, that is sigma by y is equals to m by R. So starting with first moment, so for cantilever beam carrying UDL, the value of m it is WL square by 2. So if you put the value in the given formula, then load it is 20, length it is 2.5 into 10 raised to power 3 square divided by 2. So if you solve this, you will get the value as 62.5 Newton. Sorry, 62.5 into 10 raised to power 6 Newton mm. So this is how we have find out the value of m. Now y. Now y, first of all, for this case we need to find out the value of, or we need to find out the location of your neutral axis. So for this case we will see y bar is distance of neutral axis from bottom of beam, means from this particular extreme fiber, extreme layer, we are going to find out the value of y bar, and y bar is equals to a1y1 plus a2y2 upon a1 plus a2. Now what is the meaning of y1? Y1 is the distance of center of gravity of first element from the reference or bottom axis. Y2 is the distance of center of gravity of second element from our neutral axis. Now if we will locate it, then it will be, if this is the CG for first case, or first, if we consider this as first element, then this distance will be y1, and if we are considering this as second element, then if we consider CG somewhere here, then this will be y2. Okay, now first of all we need to find out the value of y1 and y2. So y1 is equals to, if I need to find the value of y1, then I can say that it is 125 plus d by 2, for as it is a rectangle, so it is 125 plus d by 2, so which is equals to 125 plus depth, it is 50 divided by 2, so which is 150 mm. Okay, 125 plus 25. Next y2 is the distance of center of gravity of second element from the extreme bottom layer. Okay, so y2 is equals to, as it is a rectangle, for this case it is directly d by 2, so it is d by 2, so which is equals to 125 divided by 2, which is 62.5 mm. So therefore the value of y bar is equals to a1 y1. For first case, area will be 200 multiplied by 50 into y1, so multiplied by 150, plus second area, it is 125 into 50, 125 into 50, y2 it is 62.5 is the area, divided by, it is a1, that is 200 into 50 plus 125 into 50. So if you solve it, you will get the value of y bar, is equals to 116.34. It is 116.34 mm. Okay, so it means that our neutral axis, for this case, our neutral axis will lie at a distance of 116.34 mm from the bottom. So therefore, if this will be the neutral axis, then this distance, it is y bar. Okay, so this is the location where our neutral axis lies, okay, from the bottom. Next, we need to find out the value of moment of inertia. So for mi, that is for moment of inertia, for this section, moment of inertia will be Ixx1 plus a1 y1 bar square plus Ixx2 plus a2 into y2 bar square. Okay, so now what is the y1 bar and y2 bar? Y1 bar, it is the distance of center of gravity to the neutral axis for first element. So for this case, this will be a y1 bar, and for second case, y2 bar, it is the distance of center of gravity of our second element from neutral axis. Okay, so this is the distance of neutral axis from bottom. Now as it is a cantilever beam carrying UDL, so load is acting vertically downwards, so I say that this distance will be YC and the remaining distance, it will be YT. So if this is the y bar, that is, I can say that therefore YC is equals to 116.34 mm, and the YT, that is the remaining distance, that is 125 plus 50 will be 175. So 175 minus 116.34. So we get the value as 58.66. So this will be the value for YT. So now y1 bar, how to find y1 bar? Y1 bar, it is the distance of center of gravity of first element from your neutral axis. So it will be, I can say that this will be YT minus d by 2. This distance will be d by 2. So it is, what is the value of YT? It is 58.66 minus d by 2. Minus d by 2, it is 25. So it will be 33.66 mm. And y2 bar, it will be, for this case, this is the YC and this distance. So we require this particular distance, so minus d by 2. So it is YC minus d by 2. The value of YC, it is 116.34 minus d by 2. Minus d by 2 means it is 62.5. So it will be 116.34 53.84. Okay, so we have find out the value. Now I is equals to, for first case, this is our rectangle, so this will be b1 d1 cube by 12 in plus a1 y1 bar square. For second it is b2 d2 cube by 12 plus a2 y2 bar square. Okay, so b1, just you need to put this value, that is 200 into depth, it is 50 cube divided by 12 plus area, that is 200 into 50, y1 bar square, it is 33.66 square plus second, that is b2 it is 50 into depth, it is 125 cube divided by 12 plus a2, that is 50 into 125 into y2 bar square, so y2 bar it is 53.84 square. So if you solve this, we will get the value of I as 39.684 into 10 raised to power 6 mm raised to the power 4 is 10 raised to power 6. Yes. Now just put the value for sigma t. The formula will be sigma t is equals to m by I into yt, as we are finding out the tensile stresses. So if you put the value of m, the value of m is 62.5 into 10 raised to power 6. The value of I 39.6684 into 10 raised to power 6 into yt. Value of yt, it is 58.66. So we will get the value of sigma t as 92.42 Newton per mm square. Similarly for sigma c it is m 62.5 into 10 raised to power 6 divided by 39.6684 into 10 raised to power 6. Instead of yt, here yc, and the value of ic is 116.34, and which is equals to 183.30 Newton per mm square. Okay, now if you draw a stress distribution, this is sigma t and this is sigma c, and this is the neutral axis. So this is how we have solved the numerical for a TB. In next lecture we will see the numerical for I section. Thank you.